Hey everybody, Alex Radioactive here, and we are back with another episode. And I'm just getting things set up here, so bear with me one moment. And since this is post-con, after-con, whatever you want to call it, I couldn't figure of anything better than the Skybridge world in VR to use. And for those that are wondering, I did not make this world. The creator of this world is Cloud1516 there on Twitter. They do have a Patreon. Maybe, hopefully, it's still up, unlike so many of other creators in the furry world. So, that's the world I'm in. It's MFF Skybridge. If you've been to MFF or Midwest Fur Fest, you know this bridge. And yeah, so this is my video talking about the con. For those that know it's coming, I'm going to go ahead and announce it now. Yes, I do have a diaper review coming on the new Tiny Tails. They are currently sitting over here to my right. I've already done most of the video. I just got a few things I'm tweaking, and then that video will be released probably within the next couple of days. If you can't tell, I've been sick. But we'll get to that. So this is my con and how MFF this year was the worst con I have been to since 1997. I've been going to when I started going to cons. It had nothing to do with the con. I don't want anybody to think the con's bad. It's not. Nothing staff did. Um, One second, I need to get rid of the royal noise in here because it's like drowning me out over here. So let me go in here and just mute that so we don't get no more plane noises. So, how my con started. So the Monday before the con, my sister was taken to the hospital. She was out with some of her friends, was drinking some alcohol, and some bad things happened, and she ended up in the hospital. She's doing good now, but like I said, love my sister to death. So I had that stress before the con even got started. So Thursday, we arrive at the con. Me and Mason rode up together, and we get to the con. Not at the con for an hour. Then I get a phone call. I don't cry in front of people. It's one of those things I just don't do. But this phone call was one of the worst phone calls I could have gotten being at a con. And I got a call that they had flown my dad out to the hospital. Some bad things happened. I'm not going to get into all the details, but COVID was involved, and we still don't know how things are playing with that stuff. But a lot of things happened with my dad, and it wasn't looking good. And I really just at that point, in my con, like it was like between my sister and that, it was just I was done. I was like, oh shit, this con is no. I've got to leave the con. I don't because it's not the con. Like, sorry, it's a con. I'm not. My family is more important than a con. But the reason why I couldn't leave was because one, I did have someone ride to the con with me, so I had to get them home. And I had other obligations at said con that were already pre-arranged that I couldn't really abandon, which they would have understood if I had to leave, but getting my buddy home was more important. Which leads us into the third bad thing. So we had a roommate right after I get literally done with the news with my dad being flown to the hospital and stuff again. I get a phone call from one of our roommates at the con. Hey, I can't make it to the con. And I'm like, oh no. So now I got to refund his part of the room and try to, finagle all that in because, each person that goes to a con when you room together, each person pays their part. I know a lot of people like once it gets to the point of check in, if someone doesn't show up, they just lose the money that they put towards it. I'm not that way. So it's like, crap, I'm budgeted for this all being squared away, which is my fault. So I was kind of in mid panic, like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Trying to figure out like what I was going to do because I can refund the money to him, which wasn't a problem. But then that was my food budget for the con because I had already budgeted for everything going. But luckily, he ended up making it to the con a little bit later. But I was still stressed over my dad. A lot of people noticed during the baby fur panel, which we'll talk about here in a second, I wasn't acting myself. And up to Saturday, I really just wasn't myself. A lot of it was because I was dealing with the stress of my dad, and I was in a bit of a panic. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I did not want to be there at the con, but I was trying to be happy and put a smile on my face even when I was doing my duties as staff there, as well as running my panel. I was trying to be professional, but my mind wasn't there, and I wasn't there at the con. Like, I felt so horrible to my roommates, Citrine, Mason, Spirit. You guys, I'm so sorry. Like, literally, I was not myself this con, and be, I was stressed and just not in a good headspace to be there. I didn't want to be there, and I wanted to be with my dad, who was in the hospital, and he's still in the hospital today. So I did not want to be there at the con. That's why I was really off. I felt bad because I had a few people wanted me to come hang out, and I couldn't do it because I just wasn't in the right headspace. Um, Now, Saturday, I got news he was stable, everything was going good, better, and I had a good time. So the baby fur panel went really good. For those that don't know, ABU and I partnered up so they could release a new diaper at the con, which is called Tiny Tails. I will have a full review coming out. If you haven't seen them or you haven't heard about them and you want to see a review on them now, definitely check out Citrine Husky's Brownie Shep diaper reviews, number 52, if I'm not mistaken. I will link it down below after this live is over. He's already reviewed them, and my reviews are always different than his. He gets all into the technical information. He gets all the way down to the technical information. I do mine a little bit differently because mine are judged on cuteness, how they feel, how they use, and my personal experience. I don't always do the whole, well, they hold 75 milliliters and or 7,500 milliliters. Guys, I can't even talk. I'm sorry, guys. If you can't tell, I'm still sick. I'm still not the best. But yeah, he did a really good review. I loved his review, and I'm still planning on putting mine out because, like I said, they were cool enough to give me a couple to do a review on. So that's coming. I do apologize. It's taking me a little bit longer, but like I said, I'm trying to get over being sick and getting back into work and all that. Um, but the baby fur panel went really good. No complaints. I had heard everybody loved it, and I got bigger and better plans planned for next year. So I'm already working on next year's baby fur panel. So make sure you attend next year because every year it gets bigger and better, and we get more stuff. We are from what I understand, we are the biggest non-mainstream panel for the con. So since ABDL's baby furs are kind of a small niche group, not really, but at this con. But anyways, um, our panel is one of the biggest panels for non-mainstream, and they had us in secondary main. If that, literally, the only way they can give us more room is putting us on main stage in the Hyatt, and they're not going to do that. So we have the biggest room they can give us, and we were not 100% full. We actually got everybody in this year, but we were close. Um, so thank you guys for all the love and support. I love seeing that panel grow. I do have bigger and better plans for next year on that, but let's continue the reason why my MFF was a disaster. Saturday, I had no panels. I had some staff stuff I did throughout the day. And throughout the day, I noticed I was feeling a little bit better from the stress because, my dad, I got notified later on in the day that my dad was stable. So I was doing a little bit better there, I thought. I did get to go out and have dinner with some awesome people from the ABU team, Elos, Eclipse, Ido, some of you know him as Knock, Marcy McAdams joined us. Then we had Spirit, Citrine, Mason, Flint, and Kane. And then obviously me. We all went to Fogo de Chao for dinner. I called and made the reservations, and I said, hey, we're going to be a party of 10 people. We're going to pay individually, and we just like to sit together. The host never told me that they don't break up the checks like that. If you want to set together with 10 people, that's cool, but they're going to put it all in one check, and then they can only split it up 6 ways or 6 cards. So it just became a big mess, and they never mentioned this when I booked it. It was not said anywhere, and we didn't find out until the end. So then we had to sit there and calculate the math for them on, like, for the staff of Fogo de Chao on how much each person owed, which we were able to get it figured out because we are all smart cookies and got taken care of. So I felt bad because it also took an hour after our reservation to get seated, which again is another pain in the butt. It's like, why do I make a reservation if I'm going to be not seated for until an hour after said reservation? That just makes no sense to me. But again, that Fogo de Chao up there, much different than the one in Kansas City. I recommend the one in Kansas City. You make a reservation. If you're there on time, you sit there. So again, bad experience at the there. So I was kind of stressed because I kind of felt bad for Marcy and Ido and Elos and everyone else at the table that they all had to. We had to do that and we were trying to get out of there so we could go do other things after, and then we didn't end up getting out of there till like 11:30. So I got back to the room and I crashed out. Um, and this leads us to the worst thing that happened the whole con for me. At 2 a.m. in the morning, I woke up not feeling good at all. Like, I went to the bathroom. Not gonna say what I was doing in the bathroom to start off with, but by the time it was said and done, we'll just say it was coming from both ends. And I was having trouble breathing, and I was in a lot of severe pain. Like, and when I say pain, it was stomach, throat, everything. I couldn't hardly talk. It hurt to talk. I was worried. My roommates were worried. Spirit and Mason kind of were trying to make sure I was okay. I was not okay, but I made it through the night. So Sunday, I messaged staff, said, "Hey, I can't do my duties. I'm stuck in the room sick," and I didn't leave my room because I didn't want to take a chance of getting another attendee sick. So from 2 a.m. on Saturday or Sunday morning, technically, till Monday when I left, I was literally trapped in my hotel room. Luckily, my roommates and a good friend, Kane, was able to help me get what I needed, like medicine wise, and just they overall took care of me and make sure I was doing good. The drive home Monday was horrid. I could have had Mason drive, but he's never drove my car, and my car's kind of really wide and has a lot of blind spots, so I didn't want to do that to the poor kid. So I drove home Monday and just overall sick. Like, the con was great, but I was sick, and no, it's not COVID. I think it started out as food poisoning, and then just a stomach bug that's been going around hit me because I was already sick from the food poisoning. I'm not sure, but that is why my MFF this year was horrible. I didn't get to do hardly anything. I didn't get to go into dealer's den and shop. Like, there was someone was selling baby furs on board decals for your vehicles or magnets, and I wanted to get one of those for my car. But again, sick, couldn't go, and yeah. I was stuck in my room for so long, and I want to reach out to say thank you to the people that did come up to my room knowing I was sick, and I warned them ahead, hey, I'm sick. You can come up if you want, but don't do it. Don't risk your health. I don't want you to risk your health, but they still came anyways to cheer me up. Ido was one of them. Elos came up. Kane pretty much stayed all day Sunday when he wasn't doing his staff stuff to make sure I was taken care of. So all the people that came to the room and checked on me and made sure I was doing good. Again, thank you. It meant a lot. Like I said, this I was having a rough con. I'm not gonna lie, and like I said, I was I still kind of wish I would have just left on Thursday and went and been with my dad. But again, I'm kind of glad I was stayed because everything worked out on both ends, and yeah, we're doing good now. So yeah, that's how my MFF went. I do know there's a lot of people out there saying things happened at the con that didn't happen. No one died at the con this year. I don't know where that started, but I can tell you that did not happen. That's a lie. These people don't have facts. They're going off of conspiracy theories, bullshit that they hear in the halls and stuff. That did not happen. Whoever said that, they just need to get their facts straight before they run their mouths. But again, like most furries, they run their mouths without thinking. Um, but yeah, no one died. Everyone was fine. Not gonna say that people didn't get bust out. I mean, everybody saw the ambulances, but I mean, come on, it happens for whatever reason. Um, Again, there's accusations of a lot of other things going around. Again, I don't know if those accusations were true or not. I was not part of any of that, so can't speak honestly on behalf of the con or that, which I don't speak before the con or anybody else. I speak for myself and what I witnessed. But far as I know, like I said, the accusations are being looked into by the right people, not me, not anybody else. Um, so if those people that are talking about the accusations that supposedly happened, again, could happen, could not, I don't know, wasn't part of it, didn't deal with it. Um, but it just seems kind of hard on both sides. You don't want to say it does or doesn't happen because it does happen. So that's where one of my future videos is coming up. How to go to a con and be safe is coming from. We will talk about a lot of that future video there. But overall, my con was wonderful. It was a disaster, but it was wonderful. It was, like I said, it was my worst con I've been to, but it wasn't the con itself. It was just situations leading up to, during, and after. It was nothing to do with the con itself. Like, I really enjoy MFF, and I will be attending again next year. And I will be attending the year after, and the year after that, and the year after that, because I got told, I'm voluntold to do so, and if I don't, well, there will be people that will break down my house and drag me there. But we don't talk about that, because innocence. But again, to the ABU team, thank you for coming to the Baby Fur panel and showing off the new diaper. It was great. I will be reviewing that. Well, I've already reviewed it. The video will be for that will be coming soon, and yeah, I can't wait to do that video. Like, put it out with you guys. Now, when that video comes, it's not a live video like this one, so it's much more professional. This one, I'm kind of being just speaking my mind and telling people the honest truth of what I had and experienced. Um, for those that attended the Baby Fur panel, thank you again. Like I said, I was not in the right headset during, before, and after. Um, so a lot of it's a blur to me. Like I said, I was just kind of rushing that panel trying to get it done because I just wanted to go back to my room and chill and relax because of everything going on, and I was very stressed. I did get to see a lot of you. I got to meet a lot of you subscribers, and I also met a lot of new friends as well as old friends. So, yeah. Um, Trying to think here. I'm gonna look at your guys' comments, and you guys can just let me see me do because I have not looked at your comments this whole time, and I feel bad. Um, Hi Francis, episode rar rar rar. That hurts, so we can't do that no more. Oh, I broke something. Okay, there it's back. I still feel like crap, Cody. I still sick. That's about the only way to say that. And Safety Fox, you're definitely not big. You can claim you're big all you want, but we both know you're not big. Uh, Hi Herbert. Good to see you, my furry buddy. Hi John. Hey buddy. Oh, there's a soggy frisky in the chat. Ah, everybody comment soggy frisky, soggy frisky. Yes, tech frisky because it's fun. Um, we love you too, safety. Oh, John's got a bloodshot eye. That's not good. You haven't had bad luck with your family. Um, yeah. Okay, next year you'll get to deal with me. Oh no, got to deal with a safety fox next year. Ew. There's gonna be pee all over the place because he'll pee on the floor. uh, you're good. Safety. I know you had to work. I'm just trying to speed read, so if I missed your guys' comments, I do apologize. Are you going to the local time? Are you talking about Gateway for Meet? Because yes, I will be at Gateway for Meet. Maybe if I can get a room for the con, because I tried to book my room because apparently they opened back in October, which I never got the notification, so I didn't book the room yet. So I still got to do that. Yeah, you definitely were inebriated during the panel. Citrine, yes, I do. Sorry, I do. Sorry, I might be inebriated now. I do apologize. I had to push the panel off on you a little bit. Like I said, well, you know the situation. I really was just not in a good headspace before that panel. Um, but we still had a good panel, and I am very grateful that you were there. Like I said, guys, I am feeling better, just not best yet. So, still a little sick. Oh, my thing keeps going blank. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, if everybody that's still watching this video will literally comment "Frisky is soggy" in the chat in the comment section, I will give you a nose boop and a hug. um, so yeah, that's how my MFF went. Like I said, it was still good. Like I still got to spend time with my good friend Citrine, Spirit, Mason, and everybody else. And there was new friends. Like I said, it's just Pupper was not in the right headspace. So if I, like I said, at the con, if I ignored a message from you by accident, I do apologize. I wasn't doing it intentional. It's just I had a lot of stress and got a lot of messages and was going through them as fast as I could, and some got overlooked. And I'm trying to message those people back. Before I end the video about my MFF this year, I do want to make a quick announcement. The next video that we'll be releasing will be my diaper review on Tiny Tails. The next video after that is going to be uh oh crud, I just said it a minute ago, how to stay safe at a con, definitely with, you know, a bunch of accusations and other things going on at cons. So that video is going to be releasing soon, as well. And this isn't just for MFF, this is for any con, any convention, whether it's furry, non-furry, just in general information, like how to keep yourself safe in big events like this. Because I've been to Comic-Con, a lot of things happen at these things that, if you're not careful, can lead to bad things happening to you or someone else, and that's not good. Um, and so that'll be the next video after the diaper review. My final thing I do want to leave you guys on today, because I know I've had a few people messaging me. The last giveaway, the reason why they announced the winners have not been officially announced yet is I was waiting on one person to respond, which I found out why they haven't responded. And Sage is our grand prize winner on that, and that was the person I was waiting on to respond. I understand their situation right now, and they are going to reach out to me, and I will officially announce what they won, because they were our grand prize winner once their current issues get resolved. So Sage, again, my heart and everybody else here, we're all here for you. So when you get that squared away and you're ready, let us know and we'll be here for you. But our two runner-ups were Python. I'm not even going to try to butcher the last name on that. Um, they got a transformer set of AirPods things, Bluetooth speakers, and the other one was Max Lab, who was a runner-up as well, that got a Bluetooth transformer thing. I will share photos of that when we here soon in one of the upcoming videos where I can talk more about all that. But yes, those were our three winners from the last giveaway, which was the self-funded from Patreon and people donating to the channel. So yes, we did have winners. Just the grand prize winner Sage was busy, and I didn't want to, um, you know, when I found out what was going on, it's like I said, I didn't want to get involved. They got a big thing in their life going on right now, and they got to deal with that. So, guys, I love you. Thank you again for so much love and support on this channel and for the baby fur panels that I host. It does mean a lot to this puppy. And like I said, until then, we'll see you later. Lick. Boop. And a boop for you too. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful night or day or whatever day it is.